Being alone to me is more of a metaphorical concept. Of course, you can feel physically alone and you can be physically alone, but a lot of times I find it doesn't actually matter how many people you surround yourself with if you don't already have like a social connection to them. I'm predisposed to feeling alone. It's something I feel quite regularly, and I talk at great length a lot of the times with my friends about feeling isolated and feeling alone out here. It's not a terrible feeling, but it can feel very monotonous, especially if it drags on for days and days. And that's one of the reasons why I like playing these tabletop RPGs, because it's a way for me to break that monotony and spend some time with people I like. My life outside of these TTRPGs is pretty boring. For the most part, I go to school and then I do homework and I come home and I kind of repeat the cycle. My first semester back after the pandemic, I remember not really being able to count the weeks as they passed because my classes were so tedious. I remember counting it not really in weeks passed, but in how many sessions we'd played.
My name is Alex Hayward. I have been playing tabletop RPGs probably 12 or 13 years now. All the time, I find myself just enchanted by kind of who I'm playing with and what kind of story we're crafting together. There's things that just happen that I can't anticipate, even though I'm kind of crafting the story as the game master. By the end of it, I'm always, every week I look at it and I'm like, wow, what an amazing picture we've painted. I get that feeling every time I play, and I don't get that out of anything else.
My name is Courtney Kamisha. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons for about 7 years now.
My name is Erica Fish. I've been playing since 8th grade with my cousin's group.
So in 2015, I flew out to Virginia to go to NecoCon, and in NecoCon they had a LARP room, which I know isn't Dungeons & Dragons, but it still had a character sheet.
And I just love the idea of creating characters and making stories. I've played online with my high school group a couple times during the pandemic, and a couple times with my other group, but I definitely prefer the in-person format, just because there's so many physical bits that just don't translate.
My name's Tyler. I've been working here a little over 6 months now. We bring a lot of people together via Facebook and Discord and whatnot, and I think that got really popular, especially in quarantine. I think being online and having that resource is really important. It provides a space for that community to kind of grow. And like I said, especially after quarantine, not being able to meet people in person, you kind of get to really appreciate that.
My name is Lokesh Nasaka, and I've been playing tabletop RPGs for a bit over a year now. I think it's much easier to have a consistent schedule online just because everyone can get together much easier over a video call. I play every week, mainly online, so I definitely feel that sense of community. I do think online technologies like Discord, Skype, whatever, Teams, they definitely help.
Day in my life. I'll either go to my classes someday. I don't have classes. Those days I like to languish in my room, as I call it. Well, I look forward to my sessions and every time we meet, so when they get canceled, it's a pretty disappointing experience. It's pretty sad. It's kind of just like waiting out for the next week. I have this one day a week where, no matter how isolated and boring my life may feel outside of it, I get this time to not be alone. I get the opportunity to be part of a larger story that we're all creating. With a game like Dungeons & Dragons, it's very hard to feel alone. At the end of the day, I'm not really as alone as I feel.